What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Fantastic Frankie, here at the height of excitement because I am going to be talking about the very first episode of The Penguin Peak Television. I am so excited. And I'm not doing this alone because I have, oh my gosh, he looks ridiculous. I almost don't want to bring him on here, but I will. Destructo Jugo with me to talk about this episode.
I would just like to say to the audience out there that I've been waiting in this call lobby for 20 minutes. She was late to the
God,
party.
it's 20 minutes. I'm so late. Morlock is the reason why I'm late. I said, y'all, I was on Discord. We were watching the episode together, and I was like, Morlock, I told everyone, I said, hey, I gotta go. I'm gonna go live. And a Morlock said, I have one last question for you, Frankie. They can wait. Hype me up. And now he talking about I'm late. Yeah.
They
Let
can
me tell
wait.
you, they can wait. Let me tell you one thing that Cobblepot. Thank you, Ducky. One thing that Cobblepot taught me is cap. She said back like 5 times. Yo, but we were having a good time in my Discord, which is a perfect time to plug it, y'all. Not get safe Gaven, but join my Fanboy Fighter Discord. We're gonna be watching the Penguin together. Once in a while, I go ghost when work is tough, but then other times I'm like super active. And we be talking about a lot of things. And even when I'm not active, the crew in the Discord is so ill. Like it's so ill. Jugo, you don't be active like that.
I do be active. What are we talking about?
Whatever.
I'd be
Well,
locked in.
all right,
I'd
all
be,
right, all right. But I Cameroon in the house.
you
Okay.
feel me? I had to rep the set. I had
You
to rep
had
the
to read the
set.
set, but yes. For everyone who is joining us, we are talking about episode 1 of The Penguin. So if you didn't go to put on The Penguin right now, right at 9 p.m. when it turned on 6 p.m.,
Get out of here, bro.
get out of here because this is
Yeah,
something
don't
you
get
should
me
be
tight.
experiencing on your own. But if you enjoy Peak, when it drops, stay in. Or if you don't mind being spoiled, you can stay here too. But this is your last warning about spoilers. We are
Why would you
spoiling the
want to be
Penguin.
spoiled for something like this,
For
though?
so,
This is
oh,
peak.
you hush. You said you love spoilers.
But this shit, I would have never let myself get
It's
spoiled for the
Peak.
penguin.
Listen. IMDb rated this a 5.
Even IMDb?
I am not IMDb. I'm sorry. IGN rate
Ooh,
IGN rated this a 5.
we're not worried
And
about no
I
IGN.
felt so slighted. I don't know why I felt slighted personally, like I wrote the story or something like that. But I started thinking like this is impropriety. Like it felt
You
like
got pissed.
election flaw. 5 out of 10, 5 out of 3, 5 out. Yeah, everybody's like 5 out of what? 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
5 out of 10.
I-
And then I was a hater. I tried to watch Agatha on some hating shit because they gave Agatha an 8. So I said, nah, I'm gonna be a hater. And it was still good. But it
They gave
wasn't better
Agatha an 8 over Penguins 5?
impropriety, yo.
That's
Impropriety.
kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy.
It felt personal. I was like, oh, okay.
They gotta
Everybody
be
wanna hate.
racist.
Everybody hate. there's, there's way more people of color in Agatha, actually.
I'm a really no one way or another.
You said,
Gotta be.
really? Yeah,
I'm
women,
gonna
gay
figure it out.
people. I think
I'm gonna
Agatha's
figure
the
it out.
only full white person on the show, unless you count Patty LuPone. Is Patty LuPone white?
Patty LuPone, hold on, because you know you're gonna make me act up. And
She's New York Italian or Jewish or
Patty,
both.
why do you guys try to figure out new ways to say white? Because what do you mean? like,
First
what
of
do
all,
you mean by that?
I need you to take these shades off so I can take you
You don't like
serious
them?
with it. I love them, but like, why you being so? Oh, I brought these. I went to go see. I'll tell you guys I'm gonna say yes, she's white. I'm gonna tell you a quick story before we get started. First of all, these don't have lenses in there.
Then
So
take
I
them
can
frames
take them.
off.
No, but let me tell you. It's so you can take pictures and do stuff like that, and then the glare isn't on it, right? But yesterday I went to see the Christopher Reeve store. I got invited to the red carpet. Someone said he's not white, he's
Is that why
French.
he's
All right,
French?
y'all roasted me. I heard she's white. Okay. Uh, But I went to go see the Christopher Reeves documentary. His family's there. A lot of beneficiaries from his foundation is there. And I guess because of the type of people they had there, they did a private red carpet, and then they wanted the influencers and everyone else to go on the red carpet after
Wow.
the film at like 10 p.m., which is odd. Most of the time, they have us come super early and then they go next. All right.
Right.
This documentary was so sad, weeping.
Oh.
Everybody's weeping. Makeup's turning like they talk. I didn't know him
Oh.
and Robin Williams was best friends, and like Glenn Close is
Mm.
talking about how like his death kind of led to like Robin Williams' death, like all that stuff.
Oh,
So we're
wow.
all weeping, and then they're trying to get us to do TikToks after his show with his son there sitting there crying. And I was like, absolutely not. So we're all taking pictures, our faces are puffy, and we're like,
You trying to smile?
we're
That's
like,
wicked.
what? We're like, what?
Well,
That's
that's
what I
wicked.
said. This is who planned this? Lex Luthor. I just couldn't figure it out. It was just such a weird feel, and it reminded me. I saw this TikTok where this girl's like crying in the cafe, and this guy was like, "Can you tell me how much your rent is?" And she's like, "What?" And he's
Oh,
like
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
get
yeah.
his.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
And I almost did that TikTok where I was like, "Yeah, we should do that TikTok." And I was like, even then, that felt just all of it felt
It
inappropriate. So
didn't
we all
feel
just
right
left. You're not gonna see no content from any of us who was there. You'll
about
find
that.
out. You'll find out. Let's finally get
Yeah.
into this show. We've been
Wait,
yapping
wait,
for.
wait, wait. Hold on, because I need to make sure that my room fits the correct theme real quick.
Are
I
we
gotta. There
doing
we go.
blue? Are we doing
I
blue or should we do red or
I'm I,
purple?
I did penguin red, but if you got another color suggestion,
I think no, that's Batman red. Penguin is
oh,
purple,
you
right?
okay? Hold on. Let me hit him
Yeah,
with the
there we
perp.
go. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're
Yeah.
ready.
Now
Yeah.
we're
Penguin.
ready. Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
right, because he got the purple Maserati. Yeah, he be whipping it. Yeah, he be whipping
You
it
do it.
for sure.
The title cards in red just to let you know it's Matt Reeves' theme. But
Mhm.
getting into it, Matt Reeves actually did not direct any of these episodes. I
Mm.
think the director of this is Craig. Let me go and make sure. But you can tell that this is a different director in the
You
best
can tell.
way, right? Like one thing I
Yeah.
loved about Matt Reeves, the Batman, is he plays a lot with perspective. There are a lot of shots where you're seeing it from the view of the Riddler, you're seeing it from the view of Batman,
He's
you're seeing all
Batman.
these different
Mhm.
perspectives. And in this case, it's like you're looking in on conversations. You're being
Yeah.
sneaky, like all that stuff. And I really loved it. I
That's a
really
really good
loved
way to put it, playing with perspectives, because like putting, so attaching words to it. I knew that was what set his Batman apart from other iterations, but I just didn't know that I didn't know how to communicate that effectively. He be playing with perspectives.
TV.
That's heat.
Thank you. Yo, I be smart sometimes. I smart.
Yeah, that was yeah, that was knowledge.
It's Craig Zobel, who I actually met yesterday, Tuesday when I went to the premiere. And I
Dope.
talked to him about it. I talked to him about the way he played with perspective. I still made that up, and he said the same thing. He was like, you be watching movies? And I was like, I do. Um, but the one thing I talked to him was like about the way that he framed Gotham, and he was like, I want you to feel like you are on a ride with them. You get what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
we see them getting off highways. We see the neighborhood before they enter in a new scene. So every time
yeah.
you're watching the show, every time you're in a new scene, you have a feeling of you know exactly where you are, right? Before he goes to Falcone's office, they show him walk into the Iceberg Lounge. They show how the state of the lounge, and then they show him going into the office. Before he goes to see the hose, the Prozzies are outside showing titties. The neighborhood is shown. The train is going overhead. Before he goes to the
Those-
Falcones, they were hoes though, right? They were Prozzies. Before he
Yeah, they
sees
was
the
Brazzies is
Falcons.
nuts.
I don't know what to call them. What's the term?
What do you
Um,
the correct word these days? And this is how you be showing your age because the correct term, swerkers. That's what we call them. We
S
call them
workers.
swerkers.
So we can't.
Yeah,
We could. There's only one word for it. For it, I
I
can't
think
say
yeah, because
Prozzies. I'm gonna use these every
I
time I
can't.
want to say smart.
Isn't Brazzies like stigmatized though? Like I don't know. Like if you use the, you know what I'm saying? Like isn't there a stigma
Or are you
attached to like?
making it stigma? Oh, I feel so judgmental with these. Or are
So
you
you can
making
put them
it
hose
say to
on, but I
us?
can't put on my
Ain't
shades.
no, ain't no things in here.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna just put these
You
in
can
there
see
and
my
shit.
eyes. See,
You're
this
right.
crazy how this I feel judgmental. This I feel
You
nerdy.
do.
Like, huh? But
Yeah.
if I'm like this, I'm like,
Yeah,
excuse me.
don't look down on me with them shades on, because it'll get violent quick.
These
Because it
are
look like you
specs.
hating.
I am hating. I am hating because it's like, I remember I heard these teens fighting and once called one fat, and I was like, "Hey, don't say that." And they were like,
Mm,
"What's wrong with the word fat?" So what's wrong with the word
mm.
prostitute if
I
that's what
think
they are?
it's crazy. I had that exact same conversation with somebody because I was like, "What's wrong with the word fat?" But then you know what they told me? They said, as a non-fat person, you don't get to decide when the
Because you a
word
string bean,
is.
yeah.
So I was like, "Ah, you got it." So apparently the swerkers were like, "We prefer to be called swerkers over, prezzies."
They said
Prostitutes is
that.
crazy.
I need that press statement.
You need evidence. You
I
need
need that.
evidence.
I need evidence that they said no to the Prozzies. Did the Gotham hoes say that? Swerkers. He said, see, you confusing David. Sex workers. You could say sex workers on YouTube. I would say you
Okay,
can't say the N-word. Y'all, I sent them a
that's
text
the one
because
thing.
Destructo Jugo be dropping and
No, I
N-bombs
don't.
every other word.
No, I
He's
don't.
like Dave Chappelle. It's like
No, I
every
don't. I
I'll
be
send you
killing
a link. That he said I got the link. Heard.
it. Send it, bro.
That's an
Drop the
Easter
link in the
egg
Discord.
because we also joked about how like in the show they make all of their crime work seem very normal. And I was like when the penguin goes to work in the morning, it's like he's going to work. I said a
Like a
tech
nine to
startup,
five.
but then they said Target. It's like a Target. Like he walked in, he talked to he's a GM, he talked to the assistant
Yeah,
manager,
that's how it was for real.
know? And so someone in the Discord sent a link about how Target has some of the best business practices like for a big box stores.
Merge.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
really
yeah.
be having inside jokes. Why am I never invited to the party?
You actually 1000% was. I put it in for everyone. I'm over
Damn.
here lighting Frankie up on TikTok chat, and y'all are here. Why you light? Oh, on Instagram. I ain't even see what's going on. Grandma Frankie,
Oh,
dang. I'm sorry. Look. I opened up
that's
Instagram. Thank you
right.
for reminding me. Don't be lighting
You
me
know what?
up.
I'm about to join for my Instagram and then just like to see. I look, you want to like. I like being in the audience at the same time, so I can hate on you from two different positions.
He said, "We're like Jugo." I feel weird calling you Jugo. I always want to call you Hugo. Okay,
Why?
uh, Jugo. That's the worst Spanish ever. I'm the
That's like, bro. I got the
La
perfect accent. You gotta
Rata.
listen.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
That's like the worst Spanish I avoid.
It's perfect. It's right. And I don't know if that. I was trying to figure out at the premiere. This is the thing. You try to ask these actors and the stuff these questions, and they just try to have a good time. They finish working, they finish their press release, and I'm the only one. DC on my stream. Let me cancel my account. Yo, I'm using Black Gay Comic Grease because he got the plus, and he said he about to cancel it. But yeah, no, actually, Ducky, that's how the accent sounds. And I
That's
was
like
actually applauding them for the accent because I was like, this accent feels like an exaggerated New York accent, but because of that, it feels very unique to Gotham, like it's a Gotham accent because they all share it.
I'm gonna be so real with you.
Mhm.
Like Gotham might be New York, but Penguin is from Jersey.
No, Gotham. No, 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 no. This Penguin show is 1,000% in New York City. And wait, because you're not
But
from
that's a
here. So let me
Jersey accent. But that's a
no,
Jersey accent, is it
and that's
not?
what I'm talking about. It's no. It's a mixture of Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. It's more of a Staten Island accent, but you got to remember, Jersey wants to be us.
Oh, that's
Now,
right. So
here,
y'all
let me put
niggas,
on my
y'all
glasses.
never give anything to
Let me
Jersey.
put on. Let me put on my glasses for this.
Son,
Okay.
see, New Better. He see, New Better says it.
He
Son is
said,
from
"Son is
Newark.
from Newark," but let me talk to you, New Better, because you from
He sounds like
Brooklyn.
a soprano. He sounds
New
like a
Better. No,
soprano.
wait. I will
All
mute
right,
you right now. Okay.
you're right. You're right, big bro.
Thank you. I have all the glasses. I'm here to spit a couple facts to y'all. Okay.
You're right.
When they go to get the slushies, right? They go. It is a bar for bar look of Myrtle Avenue under the J and M train, where that U is, where that place Buddies is. New Better, do better. Is that not Myrtle Avenue train station? Lie to me. Lie to me right now. Lie to me right
No,
now. When
don't want
they
to give Jersey
go
no
to
credit.
see the Falcons, that is like going uptown through the Bronx to Westchester. Okay. Now I could give it to you that the accent has some
That's what I
Jersey
said.
that I do, but I'm telling you right now, Gotham as it is built is they're saying it with their whole chest out. The glasses, the glasses also.
Ricky, put him down with the glasses
Gotham has
down.
this is the best $10 I've ever spent in my life. The Gotham as it and the best man. Gotham as
You
it
look,
was built.
you look like a really nice English teacher, like the one that like is like the kids are all cool with, but like you don't
No.
take no nonsense at the
I
same time.
yeah. But Staten Island and Jersey be sounding similar. You know why? Because New Yorkers don't go to either one. Okay. Yeah, I do need to go and get a whiteboard. Actually, I got a little one. Hold on a second. Y'all playing.
No, she pops. She
Wait,
popped
oh,
out
I
by
don't know where
accident.
my y'all lucky I don't know where my dry erase marker is. Oh, I do. Hold on. 1 second.
Sorry for the interruption, folks. I accidentally put some gas in her tank and told her she looked like a teacher, and now she's gonna go lock in and grab a whiteboard to show me something.
Y'all out here playing. Y'all out
Yeah,
here playing.
yeah.
Y'all out here playing. I didn't mean to look. I'm sorry.
Y'all
He
niggas,
said, I
y'all
didn't mean
niggas,
to do this.
y'all
Okay.
put gas in her tank. That's what happened.
Okay. So this is Jersey down. Oh, y'all lucky. Oh, y'all lucky. Y'all lucky.
Oh, God's good.
Got
Oh, got
it.
it. What? Oh, God's
Yeah.
good.
So lucky. Y'all so lucky. Now
Yes, the good
listen.
Lord
I'm
clutched it.
so glad that you brought this up, BGCG. Gotham currently is after the new 52 canon, right? And I didn't ask what's canon in the comic books. Matt Reeves is the Batman, and anything else from its extended universe is a New York
Wait, so Gotham in the
Gotham.
New 52 is near New York, or it is New
It's
York?
a
What is it?
really weird fucking map. I can pull it up.
Okay.
If I could
And wait,
demonetize.
we like New 52 all of a sudden? I'm confused. I thought we hated New 52. I like New
Listen.
52, but I thought you hated it.
Who, me? Listen,
Yeah.
you ain't never, you ain't never, you ain't never hear me say I hate anything, okay? You ain't
That's
never,
true.
you ain't never.
You, you be hating strategiousy without
Yeah,
actually saying
I'd be like,
without
hey,
actually
what
saying
is it? What is it? Dave Chappelle said pitches. Who
it.
said pitches? Who said anything about pitches? Did you cooking? Hold on, let me see. Okay, let me. I got it right here. DC Comics map. Mm-mm.
We're not 20 minutes in and not even haven't
We
even gotten
did. We talked a little bit about the map.
to
Okay, so if you
20.
look, where's
Oh, hold
Gotham?
on. Hold on. Wait, I want to
Which
see.
one is this?
I want to see if there's any middle.
Metropolis.
Oh,
So they're trying to say Metropolis. This is Jersey.
yeah.
Metropolis. Where's Gotham?
Can you?
Oh yeah. This is Gotham. Is all the way here. So this is all Jersey. Damn, can I
Yeah.
zoom in? Let me see. What is it? Control Command. Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
If you got a
It won't
actually
let
you don't.
me. Yeah, it won't let me do it on here. Man. But yeah, it right here. Can you see my cursor? Yeah, right here. You see this box here is
You can't
down
just click on it
here,
and zoom
and
in
it
or
says,
something?
"Yeah, I can't."
Okay.
Brooklyn. I tried. Maybe because I'm sharing, but yes,
Mm,
they're saying first of all, not that Gotham is in Jersey. That Bloodhaven and Gotham are right outside of Jersey, right up here. But they're also saying that like, yeah. So this is where they're saying Gotham is right up here. So technically it's Jordy. Shorty about to turn her computer off. Facts. I
that's
don't want to,
crazy.
I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But um that's what we're not talking about
So wait, so you
22.
said so wait, so Goth oh, we're not so is Gotham in Jersey or not?
It depends where the original creators made in New York City, right?
But no,
The,
but on that map was Gotham in Jersey, yes or
it was
no?
outside of Jersey.
How far outside?
Right outside, but so is New York. New Jersey's connected to New Like, what are we saying? Does it matter?
Okay, but
New York
you're
is
gonna have
right
to give
outside of
Jersey their
Jersey.
credit
It's
sooner
a,
or later.
and I will say this: it's an island outside of New Jersey, which is exactly what Manhattan is. It's an island right outside of New Jersey. But let's get into the Penguin.
Penguins from
First of
Jersey.
all, I've been ignoring my poor babies on Instagram. Hey, everybody who's on Instagram. Um,
Penguin is from Jersey. Penguin is from
he's a
Newark.
Jersey. All right. He's from
He's
New
from the
York.
Sopranos.
He's from
He's from
Soprano. Yo, even Sopranos, where was their business? Was it all in Jersey or was it in New York?
I know they ran Newark, but yeah, they had some stuff in New York,
You
but
know what I'm
those were like
saying? But that's what they
Jersey
be
accents.
doing, right? Metropolis was NYC in the daytime and Gotham was NYC at night. That's the gag. New York be like that in the daytime too. His name. But let's start this episode off. And I'm gonna be flexing this whole time because I did go to the premiere. I'm so sorry, y'all. But I worked my ass off at this premiere and I got as much insight as I could before these actors and directors eyes glazed over. So I'm gonna start
Mm.
off with the intro scene. Who I spoke to Maisel, what's his name? Uh the guy who plays Alberto Falcone, and I talked to him
Oh,
about that scene. And I was like, I'm gonna start a hashtag. You guys should all help me. Justice for Alberto, because I love that intro scene because like at first I thought he would be this like
what a
spoiled
beautiful
brat.
scene.
It's so beautiful. And it's like
Yeah.
I like the Penguin. And first of all, soon as Alberto walks in, Penguin is capping, right? He catches him stealing jewels, and Penguin goes, "Oh, Alberto, glad you're here. I stole these jewels for you."
Yeah, here you go. He's like, bro, here you go. But he played that off well. I'm not even gonna lie. He played that off
No,
incredibly
he
well.
did not.
He
Alberto
kind of
said
did
cap.
though.
He
Yeah,
said
but
cap.
gun to his face. Hey, Alberto, I was just looking for you, buddy. Yeah, these are for you. Blick to his face. That's real. It's real
That's
as hell.
crazy. So this is my question. We talked about this in the Discord. I want to see what your thoughts are. Do you think Alberto um do you think that he killed Alberto on purpose? Or he
What
did
do you
it just
mean?
because Alberto was talking spicy?
Oh, 100% that I think that Alberto was talking spicy. I think that um like he was trying to, I think it would have been, he was in a lot more advantageous position to try to manipulate Alberto as like his like right hand man than like just like straight up murking him and taking over. So I don't think it was ever his intention to like whack him off, because to kill Alberto would mean that it wouldn't even mean that he'd be the next boss, right? Because as soon as Alberto dies, somebody else in the Falcone family ends up taking the head position anyway. So there was really nothing he could have gained from killing Alberto unless it was like in the moment decision just right then and there. At least that's what I think.
I agree. Ducky made a good point. Penguin was prepared to grovel, and he
Yeah,
already was. Immediately,
he
he
low-key
started
was.
calling him boss. He was like, "Yeah,
Hmm.
boss, let's do this." Da, 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 da. Uh, somebody already put, "Yo, that foot is crazy looking." We'll get to the foot. But yeah, so Jugo and I watched this first episode together, and I think we paused it right before he shot it, and I said, "Yo." Get
Yo,
off
oh my God,
my
thank
get
you.
my off my comment. But we paused it right before I said he gotta kill this nigga because the way he's talking spicy, you gotta shoot him. You gotta shoot him because that's what's in my mind. You can't talk to me like that as a
Yeah,
gangster. You can't call me a
yeah.
bitch and not shoot him, and he did. The second he
What
called
got
him a
me
bitch, he
tight,
said,
what had me really like, what I had when I knew he was about to pop him was when bro stood up. Because it wasn't just enough that he was sitting down and hating. Bro had to stand up and get up on little bro. Yeah, I had to do it. I would have done the same thing.
"Yo,
Because now you above me, couldn't do it.
because after that, right? If he took that ass whooping, that verbal ass whooping,
That flogging.
from then on, the flogging is the only way to describe it. Cause I said, damn, he getting his ass. He said, you ugly. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you
The way
talk.
that you
Da-da-da."
talk.
I was like, Alberto, what's your beef? Even and then shitted on his dream. He said, you want me to be some small town asshole?
That was the worst part. That was the worst part. Bro thought he was telling an inspiring ass story. Thought he had him by the balls
He
with that
said,
one.
with a cigar in his mouth.
He said, "Hold on, you want me to be this lame ass mother? What are you talking about?
And you saw
Ew."
it in his eyes. I said, this is a real story for him. And you just told him he's whack. Him and his dreams are whack. And so when he shot, and then that's why I think he's like, fuck. Like, what I had this whole thing set up to be his second man went. I give him a little bit of drugs, da, da, da. And then
Yeah,
not just that, but Alberto was giving him away, was telling him about a potential opportunity
right.
for them to work together, him to get more money. Oh yeah, and then Alberto said, "Yeah, we let you have that little bit of check." He called him broke.
He
He
called him
said, "We
broke.
let you keep."
No, that's. And you gonna lie, before Alberto started actually hating, I actually knew that there was no way this dude could walk out that room. Because as soon as he was like, "Yeah, we let you keep your little pennies, like man."
That be had just enough depth. Let you keep your little money. You know?
We knew you was skimping on us, like
We
man.
knew. They should have never gave black people a microphone. Let me tell you.
No bullshit.
We don't know. But yeah, I thought it was an incredible opening. And I was like, this could be a short story. Like the opening and him shooting could be a short that I watched on YouTube.
Like
With that fucking violin. I was like,
yeah,
what did we say? They were circle jerking in that composer room.
oh yeah, no.
You said that?
That's what you said. Don't tell me. That's what you said.
I said
That's
that.
what you.
I
Yes,
didn't say that.
that's you said they were jerking each other off in that in the
Yeah,
editing room.
in the editing room. Go on. They said, "Ooh, take it out. Show them through the words. Show them through the words." Oh my
That
god,
shit
Greg,
was
please.
the wildest thing I ever heard a person say.
I'm
Because
sorry. Yeah, you almost got me demonetized. You're gonna pay me for every super
you
chat I
done said it
lose.
one time though. I heard you
I
caught
think
it.
there's a limit,
You said it once. I seen you say it one time.
allegedly.
Allegedly,
You saying
the
too
whole gang
much for
heard it.
me to not be demonetized. I think you could sprinkle it in there. But if you would have
I
said
don't
it
know.
10, I know. You would have said it 10, 12 times.
Yeah, I probably would. Cause
Yeah.
I've been fighting it. I have been fighting it.
He said,
But can I explain what I think I found so great about that scene? Check this out, right? Let me cook. Uh, like you said, it could have been a fantastic short film in and of itself because I think there was like a ping pong of who was holding power in that conversation, right? So in the beginning, he's in there breaking in, trying to get like he was trying to get not only just jewels and stuff, but he was also getting like folders, and I think those were like blackmail stuff. Bro comes in with the pistol, right? Okay, you got the gun out, you're in control of the conversation, right? Penguin tosses it immediately. He's like, "Oh, I was looking for you. I've been needing to talk to you." Immediately disarms any sort of like intentions of violence that Alberto had. And so right now, at that moment, Penguin's kind of on top in terms of like the power of the scene. Then they're talking. This is when Alberto pulls out the fucking secret sauce. We know you was stealing. Came out the woodwork.
he said, "We know what's up."
Came out. Penguin said, "Bro, did you see his face?" He said, "No."
Yeah, just like that.
He said, "No."
What's that mean when she like?
as soon as he found out that Alberto knew, he knew that he wasn't like easy to control. I think that's when the power dynamic flipped once again, and Alberto was once on top because he had a piece of information that Penguin didn't know. He's not dumb, right? He knows the ins and outs of what's going on. Penguin's still trying to grasp for anything he can. This is why he tells the story, because he's trying to do exactly what Alberto said. He's telling the story about the type of man that he wants to be, but at the same time, he's telling a story to Alberto about being like a well-respected Don, in the hopes that Alberto will take wisdom from him. Because if I can tell you this really wise story about this really respected Don from my community, you'll see me as insightful and somebody to turn to for wisdom, and I will, you'll then trust me. Alberto wasn't going. He said, "Hold on, why the fuck would I want to be that lame dude? What are you talking
You have
about?"
to say some asshole. You think
Why would I want to be some small time asshole? Why would I want to be some small time asshole?
And someone else mentioned this on my Discord. I believe it was Murloc, or we have someone called Fake Voice. It was one of those two. But everyone else that Penguin interacts with is conventionally attractive. And so even when that power dynamic shifts, right, which is after he takes the drops, right? So once he takes the drops, Penguin is like, I won, right? He says, good. Just like that, good, right? It's good.
Yeah,
it's delicious. He's like, we won. And then he says, take this for your little hoes. He gives him a necklace and tells him to take it for him hoes. He said, we know you've been stealing. And you know what? It doesn't even mean anything because I got something bigger and better. And you're right. And the minute that he acknowledged, like, I'm smarter than I know some things, he became on the defensive. And what I love about that scene is it continues to push how smart Alberto really is. Like, he's not just he's astute. The Penguin is bullshitting.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about right now?
That's really what he said. He said, what?
What? And that's why he said, you think he someone put your dumb face on the I'm sorry to roast.
Ain't he call him a bitch?
Yeah, that's when
he did call him a. That's when he.
That's what I'm saying. The second he said, you a bitch. So as soon as the H came out, boom, boom, boom. And the thing is, he did it slow. When I watched it again, I said he ain't even pull it out that fast. It just felt fast.
He didn't.
It felt fast because nobody's expecting it, and the way he pulls it out is so slow. But
and you can see the moment like he decides he got to kill him because he's, damn, I gotta kill this motherfucker.
Yeah,
and he pulls it out and just starts blinking,
and then he laughs, and then he says "fuck." So he said, "Yeah." So immediately he's like, "Yeah, you had all that shit to say," and then he's like, "Fuck."
Damn. Yeah, he let his temper get the best. And you know what's crazy about that? It is such a perfect continuation of how he was characterized from the Batman. Because what happened in the Batman when they tried to get the drop on him right before the car chase scene? As soon as he sees Catwoman and Batman in there, he just starts airing it out. You think you can steal from me? He just started shooting. No questions, no none. He just started. He shoot first and ask questions later.
Oh, he be blast. Them kids was taking his hubcaps. He said, "Nah, lives either he taking." They be blasting. They be blasting in it. And that's immediately after. I said he got his gun shells now all out on the streets.
Bro shot his own car. He shot his own whip.
He went to shoot Falcone. He said, "Rat."
Yeah. Oh yeah, he pulled that thing out. Yeah, he's like that. I'm not gonna hold you.
He is like that because he's still a gangster. He's still a gangster, and I think that's something that I like. I also love him throwing the body down the stairs because it did two things. I think at first, not only was it hilarious, but when he picked it up, I immediately thought this man is very strong. Because like to pick up 160 pounds of dead weight and throw it over your shoulders. And then I got ready. I prepared myself to see him fall down the stairs and to see him say, like, why the fuck am I treating this body right? He's dead already.
He already dead.
Yeah, just have him tossed down, like, I'll meet you downstairs. I was like, yeah.
It's the pause right before for me. He like, wait, hold on.
Cause
yoink,
you wouldn't
and
do
then
that.
toss it.
You look down the stairs, you like,
He said, "Hell no."
nah,
He said, "Hell no." That shit is funny.
nah,
I think
nah.
Penguin is actually real life, like as a character, he's funny as hell in a lot of really interesting ways because of how sleazy and how much of like a bottom feeder he is. He be doing the funniest shit.
Agreed. Agreed. Well, let's get to Vic Aguila. I think that's his name. Aguilar?
Who?
I don't know. Vic, the stuttering kid. Victor.
Oh, I forgot his name.
Yeah. I watched this episode like 4 times. That's the only
Yeah,
reason why. Because
that's
I've
a
been
real
calling him the
fan.
baby. I've been calling him the baby. But I noticed I feel like the Penguin was open to having him as a protege because he was just disrespected by Alberto, and now he's
Mm,
grasping. He said, listen, this guy's gone, I need my own like right hand man. And he sees this kid and he's stuttering and he says, okay, well, you have something too that people will underestimate you and judge you for. I think this is the
mm.
right. It's like, like when you see this whimsical couple with like three-legged dog or something like that, or like Samantha Jones getting a dog that humps everything, it's like you see a piece of them in this person and he's like, this is what I
Yeah,
can work with. And
those
then
are examples.
him not realizing what he's doing to Vic, like he's terrorizing him, right? He shoots at him, threatens his life, and then says, listen, let help me cover up this murder, become an accessory to murder, and I won't kill you. And then after he says it, he says, I feel better. Don't you? Don't you feel better is nuts, right? And then he tries to have small talk with him.
That's what was the funniest part about it is like how normal this life is for him. That he just caught a body, just shot at this little dude, forced him to get in the whip and help him put this murder away. And for him, this is Tuesday. This is just shit. He doing what he need to do. And for this little kid, this is the scariest night of his entire fucking life. I can't even imagine. I tried to steal a whip. I tried to steal what? What? He tried to steal the tires or
Not
something?
even the hubcaps.
The hubcaps. And I'm dropping off a body for a gangster. I don't even know how he like ain't have a heart attack because I would have not got you would have had to kill me right then and there because this is a whole different level. And to that point of how you say that he saw something in him, and this is my only real critique of that episode. And it's not even really a critique, it's more of a question because it'll probably get fleshed out later. I don't know what it is he saw in him because like in a sense that like what he's stealing a hubcap and he started stuttering that you thought he was good enough to be like a right hand man in your ascension into being a
He
crime lord.
he was gonna kill him
Yeah, until he decided that he wasn't.
because he
For
begged him. Yo, to give a pitch instead of crying and saying I have a family, right? Because most people would pee themselves. They beg for their lives. Instead, he said, I want to work for you. And I think that's different, right? He said, I have ambition. He
he
didn't
lying.
say, like,
He
please,
got no-
don't kill me. He said, he said, give me a chance. I have ambition. And I'm sure Penguin has said that same thing.
I want you to look at this kid. I want you to think about episode 1. Do he look like a motherfucker with ambition?
That's the point, right? Penguin said to him, you don't have ambition. And he said, I didn't have a chance I've never gotten an opportunity to show my ambition. And Penguin
Mm,
understood that, right? In the car,
yeah,
Penguin says,
yeah,
I'm from the same place you're from. I grew up right over there. And so, which is also why I know it's freaking New York. Because if you ever meet two New Yorkers if you ever see two New Yorkers meet, the first thing we're going to say is, we're going to talk about where we're from and
yeah.
connect
The
that way,
neighborhood.
right? Because we're war veterans together. And like, so I'm saying it's honestly, if you hear two New Yorkers meet, it's the same as if you hear two war veterans meet. It's
Frankie,
like, what platoon are you from? I'm from
I'm gonna
I'm from Harlem East.
I want to
What's Eddie
interject just
Fishy?
a little bit. I want to hold your hand when I say this. Most major cities, and I'm not even saying where I'm from, but like Chicago and others in LA, they're probably gonna be like, "Where are you from?" as well. I don't know if it's exclusive to
But
New York.
it's not on the same level. And actually,
Oh my, New
no,
Yorkers
because
think they're
even
the only city on the planet.
we are. but I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. One thing I like about Vic's story is I feel like we always are like we always make that reoccurring joke, like, imagine you're just trying to feed your family and the Batman comes and breaks your clavicle. And it's like this shows how easy it is to fall into life. The Penguin, I think episode
Mhm.
one is one day, like starting from the
Yeah.
dawn of one day to the following day. It can't be more than 48 hours. And within that
Mhm.
48 hours, Vic goes from stealing hubcaps to dismembering, disfiguring a corpse and getting feedback like it's an essay and joking and drinking slushies about it, right? Like he's like, why
Yeah.
why didn't you cut off his head? And he's like,
Right.
it wasn't my thing. But he's laughing about it, right? And he even the way he does it felt like he was talking about putting up cabinets, right? Like he was like, I tried to approach it this way.
You said I should
He's
have.
talking about decapitating a corpse. And he was like, "Uh, no,
Yeah, I
that's
don't know
how,
if
if
that's
you've ever
it.
talked to a contractor, that's how they talk. When you're like, why are my cabinets? Why don't this look like what I asked for? And they'd be like, we looked and then the stable and we try to cut.
We tried it this way, but I don't know if it worked out correctly, and I didn't want to go do it this way. Yeah, he was chatting. He got used to it quick, and surprisingly quick, right? And I think I really like to your point about how it really shows like how easy it is to get into this life. Like he's into it, he's in it, and really there's no getting out now, and he's learning quickly. But I like that he didn't cut the head off. Like I like that he like there was still he still had a ways to go in terms of what he was willing to do.
That was also tacky to me, right? Where was he going to put the pinky? What if it fell out? Like, what if she didn't see it? Like, I thought that was poetic enough. I will also say this to your question earlier. What did the penguin see in him? When the penguin saw his address, he knew that he had no home, right?
Or
He
because of
said
flood.
it. He said, oh, I know there's nothing there. So he
Yeah.
knew he was dusty because he was literally homeless and probably on the street.
Hmm.
And he said,
Hmm.
I can give word to what you were saying, right? I can be that sage advice, that sage voice that I was trying to be to Alberto. This
Yeah.
17, because I found out he's supposed to be 17. This 17-year-old kid is gonna idolize me. I'm gonna be his god, right?
Yeah.
And he's gonna listen to every single thing that I say. And honestly, right now he is, right? Every single thing he does, he just follows him around like a familiar almost, right?
Hmm.
And he doesn't speak until he's spoken to. He's very quiet. He's very meek. I love him. I want to protect him at all costs, even if he becomes a bad guy. I'm gonna be like, y'all, he had to. He don't got no family.
Do you think he would be like, the further his character arc gets developed, do you think that he's going to develop like a genuine loyalty to Penguin and like through thick and thin?
Yeah, I think so. I think we even saw pieces of it in the show, right? When they go in to visit his mom and
Mm.
he hears the Dolly Parton song, he goes to giggle. And to me, it plays like a romantic will they, won't they, but in the bromance type of way. Like, he has a heart. Also, Beauty and the Beast type thing, right? He's like, he likes,
That's a
which,
crazy
who the
interpretation.
fuck doesn't like Dolly Parton? Like, like, I don't think that's a testament to someone's character because they like peak music. But to him,
Nah.
that it showed them connecting. And even when he spoke to his mom, he spoke to him like he was meeting his girl's mom. He said, "No, I'm Vic." And then
He's
he
being
corrected
respectful.
him, right? She said he's a nurse. He said, "I'm not a nurse." And then he said he got nurse qualities or
He
something like
got
that.
nurse qualities. Yeah, I think so too. I think because like he knows he's being introduced to Penguin's life on an intimate level, more so than probably anybody else. I know I bet money that Carmine Falcone never like ever met this dude's mom, or like I bet money that there's no henchman within the Falcone family that like knows where Penguin's mom stays at, who Penguin's girl is, this, that, and the third. So it does look like a father-son situation that's going on.
Well, they know who his girl is. Like he told Sophia who his girl is, but it's
Mm,
clear he's hiding his mom. Right? He
mhm.
dropped off his car, took, which is another reason why I know it's New York. What we would call the LIRR. You take that to Long Island, and then he got another. He picked up another car that is totally different from his car. So it was clear he was going to a place. He put her up in a place that it's a safe house.
Yeah, safe
Ooh,
house. That's
let
exactly
me
what it was.
we got a bot in here. Let me go ahead and boot this bot.
On
Uh
Twitch.
on Twitch. How do I boot him?
I don't think you can.
Not on Twitch. Whatever. Stay on YouTube, y'all.
Damn, you botting.
Yeah, I made
Crazy.
it. I made it. Um, but yeah, what did you think about that conversation between Penguin and his mother?
I think it was sad because and this I knew immediately that she was having she what, like dementia, I think, or something of that along those lines.
Mhm.
Um because she was like, I'm running the water. And he's like, for who? He's like, your brothers. And then, Penguin like has this like confused look on his face. And then he immediately drops it. And then he continues. And I was like, oh yeah, his brothers are dead. Oh, they gotta be dead. And so to see her like be lucid in the moment where like to see her lock in when she needed to, when she needed to tell him like, I might be, hey, my brain might not be functioning correctly, but I don't remember raising a bitch.
Yo,
That might be
imagine your grandma or your mom becoming lucid to call you a bitch. So this is the second time somebody called them a bitch, and for some reason, Pussy Boy.
Pussy Boy is crazy. Not pussy, but Pussy Boy.
I said, "Whoa, why the boy got thrown?"
Yeah, she said I ain't read no pussy.
I was like, every single person, back to why he chose Vic, every single person that he interacts with disrespects him. Every single conversation, with the exception of the conversations he has with Vic, they're talking shit to him. If you
Yeah,
rewatch that episode, you're gonna be like, yo,
everyone hates him.
everybody's like, you suck, you're ugly, we hate you, fuck out of here. Like, da, 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 da.
Not even his underlings respect him. Some like motherfuckers under him don't even,
Except for at his tech job.
like, even then. I'm trying to remember. Did that happen in the other episode? It's so hard to know what
So this
happened.
episode ends right when Sophia finds the body.
So not yet.
Okay, so let's leave it there. Um so after she convinces him to stay in the game, he finds out, he gets called into the main office, and he finds out that the economy is so bad that even the mob is doing layoffs. I said, damn. They said, listen, we gotta let your branch go. We crunched the numbers.
That's the numbers.
I
Just not
said,
gonna work
yo,
out for this
everybody's doing
organization.
layoffs, including the mob. The mob
And they
doing
really gave him
layoffs.
the speech too. Like well, I'm
And
sorry. It's
even
just,
the actual boss being on his phone while
yeah.
HR to the right was giving the speech. Right?
HR.
So his manager was on the phone, not paying attention, and HR was like, listen, we crunched the numbers. Oh, Koi, thank you. Koi is on our Instagram. He said the show of 2024. We are talking about peak. But yeah, even HR is like, listen, we got to let you go. And the only time the manager looks up to talk to him is to say, hey, we didn't even need to tell you. We could have just sent you home. Like they were doing him a favor. Like he hadn't done all this service. And I was like, if this is not how dehumanizing it feels for you to get laid off in a company, like it was just shot like it. And I think that was definitely on purpose. That was not a question I got to when I asked the director. But what I did ask him about was the entrance of Sophia Falcone, because I thought it was so iconic. Penguin is peddling bullshit, and obviously they're like, whatever. Yeah, the door opens too. You can see
You
the
see the
door
door open.
opens.
She's still out of focus, but you just hear her heels and you see her blurry physical just clack into the frame. Magnificent.
And it feels like a looming threat, right?
Yes, exactly what it felt
Yeah,
like.
like she's sitting there, and all of a sudden the energy shifts. Um, And I'm gonna make a video about this tomorrow about Sophia and just the line that how misogyny doesn't beat out fear, right? Every time she's in a room, everyone is weary. Also, Junkyard Dog is asking, what are we talking about? We're talking about the penguin. We're doing spoilers. But everyone is asking her, like, is checking her. The misogyny is coming first, right? Like, she comes in, she says, "You asked them about my brother?" And they're like, no, like, why are you
What are you
tripping?
talking about?
But her instincts are right, right?
Mhm.
She says, "Yo, like," and in her head, they're gaslighting her. They're like, "You're being hysterical," right?
Yeah.
She asks the penguin, he also gaslights her. Um, and she's right. Like, every one of her hunches are
Is correct
right. They're correct, but all the
the
men around
entire time.
her, even though they're afraid of her, they're not afraid to lie to her to try to protect her. Um, and then we see uh when Alberto's body is finally comes with the car, and one of her final moments, she goes to check and they try to stop her. She's a push him out the way.
Mhm.
Like, we don't want you to see this. I just shot a little boy in the head.
She blicked him quick.
And yeah, like, I just shot that boy in the head. You think I like, what are we saying here? But tell me, what are your thoughts on Sophia and her scenes?
Sophia is single-handedly, I think, the most dangerous character in like Matt Reeves's Batman universe that I've seen so far. And that's what, to me, she feels much more like a force of nature than anything else in terms of like the sort of energy that she carries in a scene. And that can be attributed to just the beautiful performance of the actress whose name I completely forgot. You know,
Kristen Milioti.
her eyes. It's her eyes.
She
There's something in
blinks.
her eye.
She blinks more than normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when Penguin's like, I thought you were in Arkham. And she responds, "Oh, I'm rehabilitated."
And yo, who is the audio engineer also going here? Because the sound sounds so crisp that I was
Mm.
trying to figure out what kind of mics they use. I said, you think that's
Oh
a
my
boom,
God.
or you think they did some AVR over? Like,
He was
which one would
glazing the
it?
audio. He sounded wild,
Ah!
Chris, bro. But that was such a crazy thing to be like, bro. She watched the entire time she was watching the episode, at least 3, 4, 5 times. She just kept glazing the eye. Bro, this shit sounds so good, bro. This shit
No,
sounds
no, no,
amazing.
no, no, no. Tell the people what you were gonna do. Okay. Nah, talk to the people. Talk to the people, y'all. We are watching. We
Yo,
are watching the premiere. We're watching the world
yo,
premiere of the Penguin, and I say
yo,
we're
yo,
getting locked in. We're sitting down. We
yo.
get the show started, and I see Ate
Relax,
watching it from his laptop, no headphones on.
relax.
And like at first I was like, it's Bluetooth, he's saving it until it actually starts. But once the first chords of the score came on and he had no headphones on, I had to pause it. I was like,
You did have to pause.
I'll tell you, I'm confused why you would disrespect peak like this and not have on a headphone, not
Let's
have the
be
audio
honest with
experience.
ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves here, right? Because how did you? Because if you want to tell the story, let's tell the story. How did you tell me I should put on headphones? Were you a good and kind friend and say,
I think
I
so.
think you might want to put headphones on for this experience, or did you say something slick and judgmental? Wow, no headphones? That's crazy.
That don't even
Which one
sound
was it?
like me. I don't
Which
even
one was it?
I think I said, I think the best way to enjoy this experience
That's what you
audio
said.
wise, that something along the lines. No
Something along
headphones
those.
is crazy. That sound like me? Nah, I didn't
That's
say no.
exactly.
I said no headphones is wild, but it was just I was so confused why you would disrespect Matt Reed. Some people got divorced over this sound. You get what I'm saying? There's at least one man or woman who got a divorce over the sound of the Penguin. He's going home, he was editing it to make sure it was perfect, and their spouse came in. He's like, "You don't get it." It has to be perfect. The DC universe is waiting on me. Yo, what's up, young deuces?
Yo, bro was up until 4 a.m. the next morning. She said, "Come to bed. The kids miss you.
You said the
Can you
kids? You
fuck
want
the
to go to
kids?"
Aspen again? Huh? You didn't care about my schedule when when you bought that Birkin.
The audio was fire. No,
You was
okay,
gonna
I have
listen
to be
to
very
it
honest.
through MacBook
Okay,
speakers.
relax, because the MacBook Pro, the speakers are valid. Like, we're
No,
not gonna act like
no,
this
no,
shit is ass.
no. Because even in the first scene, they have music, they have the news come off and it comes from side to side. You can't get that from MacBook. You either need surround sound or you need headphones.
Nah. The MacBook speakers are super valid. What is this? Bro, my
Are they
MacBook
as good
Pros
as
are
your headphones? Are
2022.
they as is it the same
No,
audio experience as your headphones? You're making
no,
me
no,
we're getting too
no,
deep in audio experience and we need to
no.
be
That was
talking
a
about
whole
the
different
penguin.
experience. That was a whole different
You're supposed
experience.
to be
That was a
talking to
whole
me
different.
about Sophia. We're getting too deep in
Oh, that's right, Sophia. Let me listen. Because you brought. Let me. Sophia Falcone, magnifique. I thought that, and this is really my opinion on the performances of the show so far. Nobody's really capturing like, aside from uh Colin Farrell's Penguin, nobody is capturing the feel of the Batman 2022 in their performance as well as Sophia Falcone's character. I'm like, yeah, this she's from Matt Reeves's Batman universe. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. I could see her uh uh in the iceberg lounge talking crazy, big ass bug eyes, staring everybody down like it's nothing. And that to me is so far is the greatest thing about the show is Sophia Falcone. And I knew she would be because I was already knowing I'm smart like that. But to see it play out,
I
fantastic.
mean, they also kind of even in the because that's how good she was, right? If you saw the trailer, they do that line when she's like, Arkham. Hmm.
Yeah.
And that's scarier than Blackgate. Everybody did a bit in Blackgate. You know what I'm saying? But you
Yeah,
going to
Blackgate
Arkham, you doing some wild shit. You in there with the Riddler who just flooded the city. I just need y'all to know,
you
like, what is it?
you in there with the Unabomber, like
You
damn near like,
in
like that's really who you're in there with.
So it's like that, and that's people know that she's unhinged, and that's something that plays into the way that people interact with her. But we also see that's how she approaches things, right? Because people have been calling her crazy. So that's why she says, I'm probably just being crazy.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? It's a weird balance.
But she dead
Um,
ass is though
what did
crazy.
you what did you think about Maroney?
Maroney, Clancy Brown. I fucking
His
love Clancy Brown so fucking much, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a historically important voice actor. Fucking Mr. Krabs. He played the dude from Invincible. He played one of the Viltrumites. And seeing him do like the similar Jersey or New York accent
Mhm.
that Penguin was doing, and seeing him as a mob boss was the thing I was most excited for when I was watching this. And he did not disappoint because I'm not even gonna lie, that's what a real shot caller looks like. His voice, his demeanor, his conversation with Penguin, that's a shot caller. And it damn near made me want to switch sides because I was on the Falcone team, but the Maroney's got it with me. The
Yo, dead
Maroney's got
ass. I said, listen. So here's the thing. Who do you think what do you think Penguin's play is?
Thanks for asking. I really damn, what is Penguins? I think he's making it's one of those situations where it's like let your enemies weaken themselves fighting each other and
Mhm.
then come back and pick off whoever's left, right?
Absolutely. I
So,
agree.
yeah, I
Um,
just don't know how that's going to play out.
and yet another conversation which I forgot to say with Sophia. At like I said before, every conversation that he has um with the people that he talks with, they disrespect him. And he says it to Fig that it makes them feel big because he's not attractive. They want him to be in that space where he's small. And
Mhm.
so, you know, when he talks to Sophia, she's like gorging on food and like doing all these power plays. And even before she leaves, she says, I know you capping, right? And then she leaves. Or even
Mhm.
like pulling him to eat. Like she's always calling him a capper. And then he goes to Maroney and he quite literally says, get the fuck out of here. And
Mhm.
it's in that moment that he leaves the ring. And someone in my Discord was mentioning about charisma when you play Dungeons and Dragons, and people think charisma is just your looks, but charisma
Mhm.
is also, can you talk your way out of it? That's what charisma means. And so for him,
Mhm.
this nigga's rolling a 20 to a
Every time.
D20. We said
Every
minimum
time.
D17, right? Because sometimes we could see that they know he's lying, but they can't prove it. So
That's what
it's
I was trying
like,
to say. That's what I was trying to say because you was telling me that, oh, everybody sees through his bullshit and he's still spitting. Like, how is he still alive if everybody's like, oh, he's a liar, oh, he ain't shit, oh, this, that, and the third, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. He's 3-0 in terms of bullshitting.
he is
That's
pretty uncertainable.
that's kind of
But
crazy to me.
it's so it's because he's playing chess. Like even when Sophia, right, saw right through his lies, was about to cut his arm off, shot a child in the head, and he had to literally get someone to run a car into her fountain with her brother's dead body in it. Like that's such an extreme, right?
He played it
Maroney,
so well.
he gave him his ring that he knew could only be on. Like he does these extreme moves to get where he needs. You get what I mean?
Yeah, and I think the amount of planning that requires, right? And that's what was really like this really damn near is the show of 2024 because that reminded me of some like prime Game of Thrones politicking, like some real good old fashioned finessing. Because first and foremost, he goes to what does he do first? He goes to Maroney and gives him the ring. Then he makes it seem like he's trying to escape from. He tries to get away from Falcone, Sophia when they pull up to his crib. There's a little car chase. So we're thinking, and the narrative, we're thinking like, oh, he's caught. I don't. There's no way he's getting out of this because clearly he's not prepared for. He wasn't prepared for them to pull up to his crib. Clearly he wasn't prepared to be captured. I was biting my nails, like, damn, are they about to dead cut his arm off? Is Penguin just gonna have a bionic arm for the rest of the?
Yeah.
And then car crash. I didn't see it coming. I dead ass did not see it coming. And then seeing how that played into why he gave the ring to Maroney in the first place, real planning. That's a real plan. That he's not just on the fly bullshit. He's a couple steps ahead.
And even before then, I don't know if you mentioned, if you noticed it in the dialogue, but right before Sophia starts torturing him, she says, "We checked with your girl, we checked your house, we checked the club, they're all clean," right? So even she is beginning to doubt whether or not it's him, even though she has the boys here that he shot at. Why would he not be at
Mhm.
his own club? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why she's like, "You see what you're making me do? You're making me crazy." But then when she sees it, she's like, "I am crazy. Everything
Yeah.
was clean. I tortured this man. This kid was a liar. Good thing I killed him." But you know, like this is the process she's going through her head. Um, but let's talk about that final scene where he starts to critique Vic about the way not cutting off the full head and leaving the pinky. What did you think about that?
Vic was smart for playing it off because I think, like you said earlier, a head and a pinky would have been wild tacky. Not even
Yeah,
gonna
it's
lie to
so
you.
tacky. It would have been rolling. How would he have stuck it to the bottom? It may have been on the side,
Yeah,
like
because the car crashed pretty aggressively. That shit would have been rolling around in the trunk. I thought the body made a more sense. Like it just made a lot more sense for her to
for
see, like, this is dead, your brother. Like this
just
is
the
your brother's.
right. There's no, I mean, the head you would have known,
No, I know,
but
but like you get to keep your whole brother. I took the pinky because the
because
ring,
you been flaunting the ring, yeah.
because the ring. I don't need anything else from him. I don't need his, what I'm saying, there was no reason to cut off any other torso. But and I think that was, and in that conversation, that's why I was kind of disappointed that his reasoning for not cutting off the head was that he couldn't, because this is
But
what I'm saying.
maybe that's what you're saying, that he is also playing chess to what he told him earlier. I want to make him feel big, right? He said,
Mm,
I let him talk to me any type of way, and I feed into it so that I can
there's
feel
nothing
smaller.
there's nothing about this kid's character that makes me think he playing chess out here. He's still I don't know.
And there was
I
nothing
don't know
about
what he has to
Penguin.
offer.
But I think that's the point, right? To anyone, because we don't know who that kid is, and we're not seeing how he's moving. We're not seeing him really interact with anyone. So in the same way that we see that kid is how everyone else is seeing the Penguin, right?
Mm,
So when something happens and he says, "I just did this," you're like, "Ugh, all right, that's just," which is how they react. They're like, "Ugh,
yeah, they
all
don't expect
right,
you. They
yeah,
don't take
you
him seriously.
suck." And then we find out because we learn his motivations, and that may happen later, right? When he said it, he said, and you know why I think he intentionally just did the pinky, because he was like, that shit is stupid. Uh, is because he wasn't really stuttering. He wasn't
Mm,
nervous.
mm.
And like I said, he was talking about it so calmly. When he was talking about doing it earlier, he said, I don't know. Da, da, da." He was stuttering. He
Yeah.
was upset. This time he was giggling about it. He was like, ah. He said, I tried to take it.
I don't know if he locked into
Because he
I don't
couldn't
know
tell
if
him it
he
was stupid. What was the alternative? That shit was tacky.
so it's so in your heart of hearts, you think that like he dad thought it was dumb, but he's like trying to play like he's trying to not, make Penguin feel like his plan was lame as hell.
Yeah. You do a little something and you're like,
Uh
he's gonna like it a little bit better.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm convinced because the boy is soft. He don't look like a thinker for real.
Now,
Yeah,
well,
now.
we gotta find out who he is. We don't know who he is.
You're right. You're right. But what will finding out who he is even do? Like, what is the hope here that you find out that he's some super secret genius? Like I don't know. He's from like
I
a
think
powerful family of his own.
No, I think the hope is that he is more like the Penguin in more ways than one. Like he knows
Mm,
how to play up with people being so unassuming because of his stutter, because he has this cute little face, and he's
yeah,
like, I'm gonna use that to my advantage.
yeah. Yeah. Also, I don't think this is one thing that not. I don't think anybody has talked about. If you talked about it in the Discord, then I probably didn't hear it. But I really love the parallels between Penguin and this kid in terms of finding him, trying to steal his hubcaps, and then like, stopping him, and then deciding, you know what, I'm gonna take you under my wing, and then Batman and Robin, specifically Jason Todd,
Yeah,
and the relationship that they have is being mirrored in the exact same way. Like, oh, this little kid, he ain't got nothing going on. Let me take him under my wing. I thought that was intentional, and if it
yeah.
was,
We were
genius.
saying what if he turns out to be like the new Tim Drake or something like yeah. In the very end, he defects and becomes a Robin on that same tip. But yes, I do love it how they're like, this is our Batman story. Word to Kate Crusader, right? Where they show that Batman is more or less the same as the criminals.
Yeah,
The only thing is he his goals align with ours, right? With the
right.
people. But who's to say that the Penguin, he also wants his goals, right? He talks about how terrible the Riddler is, and he curses him out. He
Mhm.
wants there to be stability in Gotham, and he knows that a big part of that is the drug portion, you know?
Yeah.
Um, do you think that Vic will betray him?
That's I think it's in Penguin's nature to I want to say I think it's in Penguin's nature. Or like you what would they say? He who lives by the sword dies by it. You know what I mean? I think that's like ultimately will be Penguin's fate in terms of, he spent his entire career as a criminal lying and conniving and backstabbing and side switching, right? Like why it would how poetic would it be if the kid that he brought up and he like who he taught to do all those things as well ends up doing the same things to him and ends up securing his spot, right? And I feel like on some level Penguin would see that and be like, damn, I can't even be mad at it. I can't even,
Because
I
once
can't.
again, the Falcone crime syndicate only hires attractive people, and that stutter you could get rid of.
So what do you think?
Um, I want it to be that he ends up on top and Vic is his right hand man, and we really get a look into like how easy it is to fall into that life, to fall in, especially when you're part of the disenfranchised, you're part of like a
Right.
community, you're homeless. I would love to explore that, but I would also, to your point, love to see that story can also be enriched by him going against Penguin. And I think even when he was like realizing the Penguin's plan and how it's hanging on by a thread, right? He's like, Maroni doesn't know, like da da da.
Mhm.
Da. I think he's gonna get a little scared and he's gonna go from there.
Mm.
Um, but that being said, what would you rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 5? Frank,
You
did
know,
you pick up any new? You said
it,
you were tired of Frankie Flames.
no, no, let's do Frankie Flames. I like it. Your branding is on point. You know, it's fantastic branding. As far as Frankie Flames goes, I'll be so honest with you, and this might just be because contrary to some of the recent comments that I've made about some of the decisions our boy Matt Reeves has been cooking up, I love this universe so fucking much. So 5.
5.
It's a perfect movie.
Perfect.
Episode 1 is a perfect movie from start to finish. It
Nemo, you looking for? Nemo's doing a series on What Are Good Pilots. This.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need to see that review from him because it is a fantastic pilot.
Yeah,
It's
he give it 5 out of 5.
fantastic,
It's
man.
incredible. But yeah, maybe you'll
What you
join
doing?
me next week if you're free. Everyone, be sure to follow me and Destructo Jugo on all platforms. We will be talking about the Penguin We Love film. Um, I'll be here next week. If you join my Discord, we'll be doing a watch party every week. Destructo, is there anything you want to share with the class before we roll out?
Yes, please feel free to follow me on TikTok mainly at Destructo Jugo, also Instagram and YouTube, Destructo Jugo. And look forward to my takes on the Penguin. And as always, thank you very much for having me, man. It's very good to be here, even though I was early and you were late, and I was
Wow.
waiting here for 20
I
minutes.
It was 3 minutes. Relax. But yes, thank you guys all. This is such an exciting time. I do want to finish off with so many of you guys talk shit about DC for a very long time, and I screenshotted and created a
Oh
folder.
my God.
I screenshotted and created a folder for everyone who talks shit about DC because you was on your Marvel high horse. And wow, I do think Agatha all along is incredible. Is it peak cinema? Is it what the girls been asking for? No.
No, no.
I don't. Yes, that which song slapped, but did it hit like those violin chords when Sophia whispered in that man's ear and went,
Yeah.
you know
I
what I'm
will
saying?
say this is the first DC like main universe because I'm not counting Watchmen. This is the first DC main universe show to really compete with Daredevil in terms of quality.
Whoa,
This is
Peacemaker is also incredible.
it's not nearly as good as Daredevil. Like, let's be honest with each other.
What are you talking about in terms of
In terms of everything, right? Like Peacemaker is a good little watch. You know, it's fantastic. It's not
rewatch
Daredevil.
Peacemaker? It's pretty. Which Daredevil you talking about? Marvel, Netflix,
Yeah, Netflix Daredevil.
season
Yeah,
1 only.
season 1 and 3 were peak, but 2, okay, yeah, I'll give you
Nah,
that.
maybe because I know what Born Again really was supposed to be. I was
Yeah, it wasn't
disappointed.
a good Born Again story. It really wasn't, but it
Peacemaker's
was
not
decent.
good. I gotta block you. I'm so sorry, Nemo. I love you so much. I love you so much, Nemo. I gotta block you. I hope it was worth it. I
He's
hope
a
it
big
was
Tim
worth it.
fanboy. I'm sorry. The way Fantastic Frankie is, if James Gunn made a film about anything, she would just glaze it endlessly, bro. You were a James Gunn fanboy
Yes,
through and through.
yes,
Peacemaker was
yes.
alright. Alright? It was alright. You know what I mean?
I would
It's no the Suicide Squad. That movie's peak.
okay,
Peacemaker's okay.
okay, that's fair.
Peacemaker's okay. That's
I
alright.
thought it was great. Especially we got the High Evolutionary. Marvel ate Peacemaker was so good that Marvel started eating off of us. They said, wait,
Yeah.
now hold on. Let's they said, hold on, what y'all got over there? James, before you leave, can you
Yeah, they
get
say, hey, can you bring that dude over to
whoa? They
the
said,
studio,
hold
please?
on, please. They was talking about having him replace Jonathan Majors. They said, wait, can the High Evolutionary be the I said they beat him. Why the raccoon beat him? Why would
They
he be
beat
the
him.
big bad?
And they didn't just beat him, they beat his
Yes,
ass.
they beat his ass. They whooped it. I was embarrassed for
They
him.
beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, I be glazing James Gunn. I'm not ashamed because I'm telling I'm saying this with my whole chest, and maybe I'll have to eat my words.
You probably will.
I don't think I will. The DC universe that we're gonna get with Superman, with the Brave and the Bold, with even Creature Commando is gonna be so good, and we're gonna be numbing in a way
No, I
that
believe you.
creatively, y'all never gonna taste
I agree.
on the red
I fully
side.
second that. I
And
fully second that.
I'm not gonna be gracious about it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, da, da, da. I'm gonna be showing my ass. Y'all will. It's gonna be so bad. Marvel will stop inviting me to events. Matter of fact, they may send me a cease and desist. They be like, please don't talk about our movies no more, Frankie. We saw the way you're talking. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
Pause.
no,
No
DC
pause.
going
No
DC going to
pause.
hit. No,
I'm
I
standing on
believe James
business.
Gunn. Oh, Superman. Somebody asked, what are you more excited for in 2025? Fantastic Four or Superman? I said Superman. What are we talking about here?
Yo, but because people gave up on us. People gave up on us. People gave up on us.
They have the
Resume,
right to do.
yo, come on. Let's not act like James Gunn didn't do good work. Guardians of the Galaxy is some of the best. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was so good. And I think
It was so good.
the best part about it was right after fucking brown ass
Ant-Man.
Quantumania. Yes.
Oh no, don't remind me of that.
Whoa. So after we saw the quantum realm being brown,
Ugly.
like
It was the
I
dirtiest
thought it
color.
was Magic School Bus and they went through someone's esophagus. That's what it looked like. It looked like Spy Kids 3.
And you could tell that they were trying to capture James Gunn's like sauce with that movie, and
But
they couldn't.
they already played him and he left. And then the best part was James Gunn had already left. I think they fired him, right? It was something.
Yeah, they fired him.
They fired him, then baked him back, and he said, "I'll do one more little movie because I like to finish my stories." And then he jizzed on them and then didn't bring a towel. He said,
you got the craziest analogies, bro.
He did. He said, and then he said,
and he left. He walked out the door.
You thought he was going to the bathroom and you heard the front door close.
You heard the car start. He out of there. You see out the window, he zoomed out.
the Uber. He said, when did you and he laughed. He said, yeah, this is ill. It was there were so many shots. I was like, why is he doing all this? Like, this is rude. They know he gone.
He was doing it halfway through the film. He started doing a victory lap, and like
the rainbow suits. I said, all right.
Yeah, you got it, bro. You got it. When at the end of the film, where he wrote that crazy ass line that High Evolutionary said, "There is no God. That's why I stepped in." I said, "Bro, you got it." You
like what are you trying to prove here? What are you trying to? When Groot finally saying "I love you" and how we were all able to interpret like the headcanon that they didn't have translators, that we weren't in his inner circles, and the way
he was cooking.
I was like, oh my.
He cooked with that.
The way that he pivoted Gamora, who he didn't want to die, so they fucked him on that. They fucked him on the Gamora fuck, and he still made it work. He said, "Fine." He said, "Yeah, okay."
He made it a story about accepting accepting the past,
and gave Zoe Saldana the out she begged for. She said, "Listen, there's but so many billion-dollar franchises I can hold on my back. I'm done. I'm tired."
Good.
She left Avatar too. She said, "No, she left there. Remember?
She's not going to be in the next one.
Maybe, but she was barely in the last one.
Yeah, it was mostly the
You could
kids.
tell she's
Yeah.
like, she was doing it. She's like, I too, do that. The language is so
No,
stupid.
but she had the if you don't remember, she had the best scene. Everybody everybody
Cause she's
agreed she had the
good.
best scene in the
Cause
movie
she's
where she
good.
was like tweaking out after now. You know what I mean? That means she was locked in. You acting like she
No,
phoned it
that's
in for fun.
because listen. Even if my hairdresser's tired, my hair still looks good. Okay, like when you put
Nah,
your name on your work,
nah.
you
Actors be
don't.
phoning it in.
No,
That
but some actors be phoning it in, some don't. Right? Christian Bale was on Love and Thunder acting like he was gonna get an
I don't
Oscar
know.
nom.
I don't know who put a gun to his head and told him that he had to do all that for, for that
He said,
fucking.
"Where's my daughters?"
I don't know who told him he had to do all that for that shit, bro.
I said, "Read the room, Chris."
Bro, why are you doing this? This is not the best picture nomination. What are we
You
talking about
nowhere
here?
near it, man. This is not gonna be it. You read the script. You read the whole script. You saw the fart jokes.
He saw Taika Waititi off the coke behind the camera and said, "You know what? Fuck it. I'll take over. I'll lock in."
Somebody got to be the professional.
Somebody got to be professional on this fucking set.
Somebody got to do this. Somebody has to be the hero. Fuck. All right, we gotta get out of here. That was just rambling.
Yeah,
The Penguin's over.
we just chatting.
Next week we'll see you guys. Expect my video by 12 tomorrow. I got a bunch of things to talk about the Penguin. Batman Day is on Saturday. I may go by Midtown Comics if you guys want to come meet me. I didn't even
She's doing
tell
a meet and greet.
Midtown. Yeah, I'll go tell them today, I guess. Hey, I'll be by.
Yeah, let him
But the one
know.
in Times Square, that's my favorite. Scott Snyder's gonna be there too, so I'm so excited.
Oh,
But
dope.
love you guys. Thanks, Jugo, for coming, and we'll see you guys next week. Oh, he dipped immediately.